Hi and welcome back to the TackleShare YouTube channel. Today I'll be walking you through how to find a fishing spot. So first we're going to go to Fish Online. If you've never heard of it before, it's an interactive map from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry that shows you lots of water body information. Click on the gov.on.ca link, and once the site loads, scroll to accept the disclaimer. If you know where you are on the map and you know where you want to fish, you can navigate the map by scrolling into Zoom, and to move the map, just click and drag. I'm going to look at Little Lake in Peterborough. If you click on the fish icon, the sidebar will pop up with information from any icon you click. You can see information like water body information, which has a great overview of what you should know about the water body. If you click the Regulations tab, you will see what zone the water body is in, as well as links to the Bait Management Zone regulations and the Fisheries Management Zone regulations. So here I'm just going to go to the zone regulations, and to do that I just click on Zone 17 Fishing Regulations and then click OK to open a new window. Then I can see the regulations. The general information section shows me species that are closed all year and has hyperlinks to species exceptions, water body exceptions, and general fishing regulations, which are regulations that apply to all zones in Ontario, as well as BMZ info and a link to more BMZ information. If we scroll down, we can see zone-wide seasons and limits. If we look at the walleye and sauger section, we can see the season is the second Saturday in May to November 15th. This is in 2023 and could change next year. Beside limits, you can see S4 and C1. This means depending on your license type, you can catch 4 per day with a sport license or 1 per day with a conservation license. Because there is no P dash, this means that the catch and possession limits are the same, so you can only have 1 or up to 4 in your possession depending on your license. But wait, there's also another stipulation, which says must be between 35 to 50 centimeters. So you can only keep walleye or sauger, which are larger than 35 centimeters and smaller than 50 centimeters. Anything outside that range must be released. If you don't want to leave the website to check the regulations, you can look at zone-wide seasons and limits under the regulation tab. This is a bit more cluttered, but skips to the essentials. You read this the same as the regulations I showed earlier. If we scroll down to walleye, we can see that the dates and amounts are the same. If we move over to Lake Scugog, we can also see the exceptions to zone regulations tab pop up because Lake Scugog has an exception. 2 exceptions actually. One is that there is a sanctuary here, which we can see on the map, and the other is that walleye is closed all year here. So that's a quick way to check for water body exceptions. If you click on the fish tab, you will see a list of fish species found in the water body as well as their most recent observation date. There are reports from the MNRF as well as reports from the public. Under the stocking tab, you can see what is stocked in the water body and when it was last stocked. And finally, under survey, you can submit a report for any water body where you have fished before. Doing this helps other anglers and the MNRF know what fish may be in the water body. This information is what fills out the public reported species under the fish tab. If we minimize the information section by clicking on it, then open the map options by clicking there, we can change how the map looks. If I were going out on a boat, I may want to know where the boat launches connect to the lake I want to fish. So I can just click the checkbox beside fishing access points to see them on the map. From here, maybe I also want to see the satellite view rather than the topographic map. So I can click the checkbox beside imagery, and you don't have to uncheck the topographic map here like I did. Now you can come over to a boat launch on the map that you may want to use and click on it. The information for that boat launch will pop up on the side. From there, I like to look at Street View to check out the boat launch and pick the best one if there's multiple options. Once you know which one you want to go to, you can simply put the latitude and longitude into most GPS units or Google Maps and get directions to the boat launch. Back under map options, I can turn back on the topographic map because that's what I prefer to look at. And here I tried to turn on the lake depth contours. Some lakes don't have this data available, but I'll put one on screen with depths so you can see what it looks like. From here, I like to check the nearby water bodies for any special exceptions to the regulations and any different species that may be in the other water body. Even neighboring water bodies can have different regulations within the same zone. If there are different regulations, icons, it is a good practice to stay clear of the other water body until you are going to purposefully fish there. If you don't know where you want to fish or where you are on the map, you can use the search by section by clicking on search by above the information section. You can search by water body name. Here I'm going to look up Clear Lake. You can also add in an address or zone before hitting enter or go to narrow down the search results. There are a lot of clear lakes in Ontario, so you can see all the red fish icons on the map, which are water bodies that match your search. On the side, you can see a list of the results with the districts underneath. So you can click on the one in the district you want, and the map will zoom in to the water body name you click, and the information for that water body will be brought up on the side. As a quick aside, if you see this no fishing icon, you can click it to see the details. Sometimes it is a no fishing area, or other times, like with this one, it is for a fish sanctuary, which is fishable only during certain times of the year. This is a quick way to check that you are fishing legally, but you still need to know the regulations for the zone where you are fishing and any exceptions for the water body you are fishing in. If we go back to search by, we still have our search results from the search for Clear Lake. So we have to click on New Search in the bottom corner to search for something else. You can search by fish species, and there is a list of many fish species to be found in Ontario. So you can scroll down the list to the fish you want to target and click the checkbox beside the name. I'm going to search for bluegill. Then I'm going to change my search area to Fisheries Management Zone and Zone to 17. Now I hit go and I can see all of the water bodies in Zone 17, which have bluegill in them. Now I'm going to navigate the map to a red fish icon rather than scrolling through the search results, and as you can see in the list of fish species for this water body, there is bluegill. If your map is zoomed into an area, the search results will only show the extent of the map. So to see more results, zoom out. We're going to do a new search again, and this time search for a stocked water body. We're going to look for stocked walleye in Zone 17. There are only 2 water bodies in Zone 17. If you click on one and then click on stocking, you can see the species and dates of stocking. Once you have all the information you need, you can go to the water body. But wait, don't forget your gear. If you want a gear checklist for fishing this summer, you can go to our website at TackleShare.com and find a printable checklist under Activities and Resources. Or you can go to this video here to see why you may or may not want to bring certain items with you.